French Shalom and greetings to you all. That was Valentine's Day. Hope you all enjoyed the love that abounds. I hope your day was full of love and sweets. This week we're going to be reading about something very much to do with love. Love for and from God. And whether it's God or someone a little closer to your life, doesn't love change everything? A little touch, a little kiss, just a smile. Just one smile. Pain's forgiven. Just one kiss. Now the hurt's all gone. Just one smile to make my life worth living. A little dream to build my world upon. And we do build worlds on love. Valentine's Day always reminds me that Purim is coming. Now, Purim is a plural for the word pur, which means lot, because the evil Persian Prime Minister Haman threw lots to pick the date. And this year it's later because of the leap year. But over the next month, you can think of the things that it heralds. It's a 4-step process, which we are called on to perform acts of tzedakah, charity, kindness, give gifts to the less fortunate. Honor the appointed time. It's the 14th day of Adar, as the book of Esther tells us. And we're to remember the days of Purim for all generations, and we have. The third thing is to hear the Megillah read. The whole Megillah, the scroll. Megillah means book or scroll of Esther. And I'll be reading it. It's on our YouTube channel. So you can go and listen or watch anytime. It's really a great story. And if you've never seen it, go watch one of the old movies that was made about it. And the fourth thing is to enjoy a holiday meal. It is a celebratory event, so have a great time. And it is one of those holidays where you are expected to wildly celebrate and become inebriated. If so, do not drive. Be responsible. Take an Uber. Now, these are things that we can and should do in the course of our own daily humanity. Of course, it's technically considered a minor holiday. But culturally, it's a major holiday, even though it's not a biblical holiday. But it's to be remembered in all generations. It was the first Jewish tale of a genocide. Thankfully, this one did not occur. That's the miracle that's celebrated. It was a truly disturbing episode in history. And disturbing things seem to be taking place in our worlds too. There always seem to be. But we're resilient. We need to be when we see the world turning upside down, as we see the hippies of the 60s who fought harder than anyone for free speech become the biggest proponents of censorship these days. Where's honor, integrity, respect? What happened to encouragement of open debate, information gathering, free thought, the ability of man to pursue independently, propelled our civilization to heights never imagined before? What will we do? What will we become? In stifling open exchange and exploration, we are making ourselves obsolete. To show how crazy it's become, I see that in Davos the other day. They not only mean to plan how the world should be run, but they have public anti-Semitism, where a ski shop hung a sign saying it would no longer rent to Jews. That might have surprised them, but it did not go over well. They claimed it was an error. This is not an error. This is racism. In fact, I was walking through a regular part residential, part business area of the city, like so many other cities these days. And aside from the homeless cast-off members of society, I saw several spray-painted on traffic and building signs that said Free Palestine. Two things ran through my mind. Are they talking about Palestine, Ohio, which has been a prisoner of promises made and not kept, to clean it up and get rid of the train derailment, toxic waste, killing its residents? And I immediately knew, no one cares about that or them. The second thought was that the second part of this phrase was missing. From what? The two separate zones considered Palestinian, not Palestine, are the Gaza Strip and the West Bank, both of which haven't had free elections in pretty well the last century, and both of which chose brutal, self-serving autocrats to enslave them. Yes, both these people should free themselves of the tyranny that they chose. But of course, the world is full of regimes that outlawed and outlaw political opposition and choice, because power is the promise you never have to fulfill. Palestine was a region referred to going back to Ottoman days and earlier, before the Balfour Declaration called for the creation of an Israel state, which of course includes the entire state of Israel. So what is free Palestine other than to liberate it from Israel and therefore get rid of Israel? It is now global, uncondemned anti-Semitism. As we watch the friends we thought we had call for the end of Israel's right to defend and protect itself and its citizens. Thank you, France. Thank you, Canada. Thank you, Britain. Thank you, America. Thank you all for turning on the one democracy and one true ally in the Middle East. If the world wants the citizens in southern Gaza, in Rafah, to be safe, tell Egypt to allow them in, and tell the nations of the region to take in refugees. But of course, the gates stay locked, and refugees are refused. If only the American values of open gates and unlimited refugees were universal, there'd be no problems. But it's a sad state. We must speak in unison to prevent another Holocaust. We may be in the winter of man. It sure feels that way now. Now, I know the little rodent predicting early spring a couple of weeks ago, but certainly it's winter in my neck of the woods, and I think it's winter for society. I hate to say it, but I think I could have predicted 6 more weeks of winter, but I did not predict the winter of man. In fact, I think we all could have predicted winter. But I hope he's right this time. I hope spring is coming, and spring for man is coming. Is each day a chore or joy? Is it based on what you say? Are you living life in a year, or is each year the same old thing? Now, that's a great song from 2013 called, appropriately enough, Groundhog Day. A reminder not to live the same day over and over in life. Life is for living, for loving. And of course, I had to watch the film again. I hadn't seen it in a long time. Such a story of man. His ego rules him. He can have and do anything he wants. And it builds, and he thinks he's immortal, a god. Because of ego, he repeats life over and over and over again. Not just days, but perhaps lifetimes the same. And then the epiphany. It's not about him anymore. It's what can he do for others? Since we're all part of the great whole, we can each contribute to the life and well-being of the other. He becomes better and better, kinder and kinder, compassionate, understanding, mindful. And then he can live out his life in joy and appreciation, in happiness. Just as we're happy and in appreciation when we gather, as we do as a like-minded group, a collective consciousness of seekers showing faith, any and all faith, love, any and all love, because we are a true chavura fellowship. So we express our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes that unites us all in this community house of spirit, Beth Ruach, house of spirit, sharing and bringing light, keeping fear at bay, and even though together, we're individual in our approach, each connecting in his or her their own way. So once again, please go ahead. Invite everybody you know, physically, digitally, psychically, emotionally, or spiritually, any way at all, to gather and share. From Psalm 133, the Hine Tov, come together. Hine Tov, Shevet Achim Yachad. Hine Tov, Shevet Achim Yachad. How good and how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. Community. together. We support each other in this community. Let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the world. Remember, friends, this is you setting aside just a little bit of sacred time in your sacred space to honor and converse with whoever, whatever you happen to believe in, because everyone believes in something. It's part of your Kavana, your intention that you put out to the universe. It's your goodwill. Goodwill and intention are the roots of what you control, of what you can correct. It is your intention that sets in motion everything that occurs in your lives. Let's take some time now. Let's use that intention. Send some of that goodwill, some light, some healing out to whoever you know that needs it. Healing and renewal for everybody. Floats through space, finding those in need. So send it out for those you know, for the souls and spirits of everyone you love. So think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love, just plain goodwill. Focus on them. Call their names. It's not just for people. It's for our pets. It's for the earth. It is the healing of the world, the tikkun olam. It's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. Part of the healing of the world is when we send thoughts and energy for health and renewal and good life for everybody. They don't have to be sick. It's for those in our hearts and our minds. So let's all send out energy for the people in need everywhere. Always special thoughts and prayers for those in need of assistance. We pray for those who need prayer. We don't have to know them. We want health, recovery, good life in everyone. We want everybody to be happy and healthy. For Charles, for Gloria, for Lisa and her daughter, for Sharon, Howie, for poor sick Sherry, for the Cardinal and Barbara, for Pam and all of her family, for Joel and Andy, for the builder who is finally free, for Linda, Shelley, for Maria, John, for Doria, for Teresa, Johnny, for Fern and Connie, Ronnie, for Snoopy, Kay, for Nina, Danny, for all those suffering and in need everywhere. Let's not forget to include the familiars of our lives, all of our sacred animal friends everywhere. For everyone you know in need, for the whole world, for Devorah. Friends, it is the kindness, the healing wishes and goodwill and love that we all send out. It just circles the world, finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care, because the world is a world of spirit, and spirit, my friends, never dies. Avoteinu, Okor, Lipoteinu, may the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body. The renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Yishmerach, let us all have our spirits renewed. This is the great prayer for healing, which we call upon God to heal as He's healed before. Yishmerach, may He who blessed, because all healing is a blessing. Let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy in our efforts to love, to share, to care, to grow. Now, this week we read terumah, donations. Now, of course, there's many words for some words in translation. There's many for donations. But this word terumah specifically refers to sacred donations. Exodus 25:1. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel that they shall take a donation from me. You shall take my donation for every man whose heart will move him." Special donations, lovingly given for sacred purposes. Who feels that way that often anymore? What are these sacred donations for? Well, they're going to be for the tabernacle, the Ark of the Covenant, the table, the menorah, the curtains, the framework, all the things we think of, the iconographic images that transport you through space and time, connect you to God in a different way. But it's more than just the accoutrements of worship. It's for a special place. Very unusual place, Exodus 25:8. They shall make me a holy place, and I shall tent among them. According to everything that I show you, the design of the tabernacle and the design of all its equipment, and you shall do so. So what is this tabernacle? It, of everything else, took on a life of its own. It is actually the most written about and described place in the Bible. It became the model for the future temple. is a structure designed by God himself, the great architect of the universe. In a white room with black curtains near the station, black roof country, the gold pavements, tired starlings, silver horses run down moves in your dark eyes. Dawnlight spies on your leaving. My contentment. I'll wait in this place where the sun never shines. Wait in this place where the shadows run from themselves. And I'm not talking about the donations you may be making to your schools, your churches, your mosques, or your synagogues, which tend to be more from obligation. I'm talking about the ones from the heart, like the GoFundMe donations when a story touches your heart. Those are the sacred donations of today. Exodus 25:2 speak to the children of Israel that they shall take a donation from me. You shall take my donation for every man whose heart will move him. It's all about the heart moving him. The emphasis on desire, not obligation. What happened? Why did the religious institutions switch to guilt? Over time, we've suggested there's a judgment on death. And one of the things that we've been told we are judged on is how generous we were. But those aren't the real questions of judgment. Have you lived in life, added laughter? Have you always defended the weak? Have you stolen or lied? Have you encouraged and tried to follow the desires of your heart that you seek? Questions of life, questions of death, questions we ask with our final breath are the questions, answers of our souls. The Bible reminds us, help the needy. But the whole people are not commanded to give. People only have to give if they are individually moved to do so. There's not judgment here. Now, they need the donations to come from love because we are given a list of sacred accoutrements to religious practice in which sacred objects serve a specific purpose. And so they need to be fashioned and over time gave way to wealth accumulation and treasure. And they lost their purpose of being given from love. We know them. We've seen all the movies about them. The ones I listed, the items that bring great light into our lives. And the best light is the inner light. But of course, light takes money. Now, the most powerful one that we think of all is not the most important, but the most mysterious. The Ark of the Covenant. Now, what a great name for an artifact. All of these are listed in this particular reading. And what a description we get of its look, of its material, of its purpose. And we know from Raiders of the Lost Ark, it had magical powers, face-melting ones. But above all, this was designed as the throne of God, where God would meet with man. Come then, off your throne. Leave your body alone. Somebody must change. You are the reason I've been waiting so long. Somebody holds the key. Well, I'm near the end, and I just ain't got the time. And I'm wasted, and I can't find my way home. We don't know much more than what's been written because it disappeared. Everything listed here disappeared. Now, does that mean God stopped meeting and conversing with man once it was gone? We don't know. The likely answer is yes, because you're going to see in Deuteronomy that God turns his face from man. The ark was a box. Now, it's different from the ark or box of Noah or baby Moses, and it would become the model for what's called the Holy Ark, the Aron HaKodesh, which houses the Torah and is seen in every synagogue in the world. And that looks nothing like the Ark of the Covenant. We know this incredible artifact was housed in the tabernacle, and we know the tabernacle was housed in the first temple. But it certainly seems by Second Temple times, every single thing had disappeared. All of the things listed here and talked about. In fact, in 1 Kings 8:4, the Tanakh reports the tabernacles, in fact, brought to the temple on the day of its dedication. The Talmud reports it was in fact stored beneath the temple. And the ancient historian Josephus says that the effect of the cherub's wings in the temple was to appear like a tent. And Psalm 61 says, I'll reside in your tent forever. I'll conceal myself in the hidden place of your wings. This was the home of God. Also, Book 1 Chronicles 9:23 refers to the temple as the house of the tent, Beit Chachal. The tabernacle was revered as the ancient channel to God. It was located inside the temple. But these people understood the desire to give from the heart. And we can each find that within ourselves again, my friend. Because this is about giving to God. Making donations are to be made out of love. But are we really making them out of love, or are we just doing a deal buying love? Give me love. Give me love. Give me peace on earth. Give me life. Give me life. Keep me free from birth. Give me hope. Help me cope with this heavy load. Trying to touch and reach with heart and soul. Now keep feeding your heart and soul with love, because these donations are special. They're not just any donations, they are sacred donations, donations for higher purposes, donations given with love. Yes, my friends, the world is sacred, so is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish, celebrate your life and the lives of those you love, share your feelings with them. Live free, be free, honor your freedom, be well, be happy, and be blessed. Share and honor the light. All who live in the light continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everyone. An end to terror and hatred. Free the hostages. Remember, friends, we're a community. We learn together, we celebrate with each other, we love each other. We share this ride together, men and women equally. Let's send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. Please do. Learn to forgive and learn to love. Open your hearts. Honor the relationships of your life and tell those you love that you love them. Examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe, because we set in motion everything that happens in our lives. It is our intention, our kavana, our cause, our effect. It's all linked. You always have time to forgive and to be forgiven. You have the knowledge of what's good and bad, so acknowledge what you've done wrong to yourself, to God, and to any person you've wronged. Ask forgiveness, but do so with sincerity, accountability, and vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you, as you learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people in the world, just as they are? Can you accept life just as it is without trying to control it? If you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. Keep on dreaming, my friends. Keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining. Keep teaching, keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear, follow love, because it's always in front of you. Work to be present in the body. Expand your heart, quiet your mind, because the deepest source of real power lies in your consciousness and your ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all life circumstances. It's love with the heart. We're all part of a greater whole. Embrace love, not fear. Forgiveness, not anger. Be there for someone, because someone was always there for you. Whether you know it or not, continue to explore faith and belief, and never accept shame as a natural state. Whatever you feel, others have felt. Whatever you've experienced, others have too. We share together. We learn together. We help each other because we are each of us trying to find love and acceptance and support. We all have or could have that special someone in our lives, so find them. Tell them what they mean because you're never alone on your journey. Keep forgiving those you need to forgive. Keep asking forgiveness from those you need to ask forgiveness of. Keep listening to the voice of God as he, she, it, them, they, whatever pronoun you want to use, talks to you and asks only that you give from the heart, but only from the heart. You never give me your money. You only give me your funny paper. And in the middle of negotiations, you break down. Out of college, money spent. See no future, pay no rent. All the money is gone, nowhere to go. But oh, that magic feeling, nowhere to go. Of course, from the great second side of Abbey Road. Give from the heart, my friends. Thank you for joining me. Shabbat shalom and blessings to you all. Take care, and I'll see you all next week.